Hi guys, this is Tina. Welcome back to my channel. So you might just have seen another video where I am obviously putting things in my shop today, but my camera unfortunately ran out of time, so hence I'm having to do this separately. So this is a folio that I have made using my my Vintage Gothic Halloween type themed kit. Did this because last year a few people had asked me to do a Halloween kit and I just didn't have time. Yeah, so I would have liked to have done one last year, just didn't have time really. So I wanted to do one this year, so I have completed it, and then I wanted to have a play around because it's very, very, very different style obviously to what I would ever normally do. So it's one of my smaller kits. And I will just show you now what's in the kit. And this particular set that I'm showing you, this is obviously a printed copy that is also going to be available in my shop. So there will be one printed, oops, I'm just going to raise my tripod so you can see a bit better. One printed copy of my Vintage Gothic kit also for sale in my shop. But obviously the digi, that's all, in there. So it's one of my smaller style kits, although it's still quite big actually. So you've got, I think it's 6 pages worth of ephemera and fussy cut type items. Yep, 6 pages. So the first page, you've got obviously journaling cards, you've got these little trims here, you've got circle pieces, little labels and things, all sorts of little bits of ephemera to use. You've got this one, which again has got more journaling cards. I love this one with the skull as a kind of tab there. Again, obviously more little, just decorative pieces really to embellish and decorate your pages. So, that's what all of these other bits and bobs are. Then you've got this page, which again, you've got more journaling cards in different sort of shapes and sizes. And then you've got some more little trims to use and another little label there. Then on here you've got quite a few little labels. I think the labels are really handy to use. And you've got some frames. I love this with the spider. You've got a little tiny banner there with this bird. And then you've got another journaling card. You've got a little sort of postage stamp there. Another sort of postage stamp here. And a circular piece there. Obviously, this kit is Halloween themed. Well, it's Gothic themed. I mean, yes, it does kind of lend itself to Halloween, but hopefully being Gothic rather than definitely Halloween, it lends itself to all year round if you wanted to do a Gothic style journal. But obviously that means the pieces are going to be pretty dark, by the nature of what the theme is. So I just want to kind of point that out, that obviously the pieces, they are quite dark, but that's intentional because obviously that's how they need to be. I felt. You've got a couple of bats here and then various different things there for, again, fussy cutting and yeah, using in your pieces. You've got an envelope here and a little sort of banner here, another banner here. Oh, some more of those gorgeous frames. Oh, I love that one with the skull. I always love frames, as you know, so I just love those. A couple more postage stamps and another sort of trim. So you've got a lot of pieces to play with in this. So this is for sale as one little piece in my shop as the ephemera pieces, and it's obviously called the Vintage Gothic Fussy Cut set. And then you have got coordinating set of background pages for sale separately in my shop. So you've got this page here, and obviously this particular printed version is for sale in my shop, and it's all just printed on 160 GSM copy paper, and it is actually plain on the back, and it's all been printed on white. I haven't tried printing this kit on ivory. I don't know what it would look like on ivory. I suspect it would look pretty cool. Whether or not it would darken the images further, I don't know, I'm afraid. So yeah, oops, for some reason I have this page twice. Oops, and that one. Oh, now I'm thinking I have mucked this up because I seem to have duplicates of this. Sorry, let me take those out. So going back through, obviously continuing the pages. So obviously they lend themselves to, you know, to journal making. I mean, I love this one, don't you? That's such an eerie, sort of gothic-y kind of image. And this one, actually, I also really like. I mean, yeah, as I say, this was really very out of my usual style. Obviously, it's very dark and, you know, I'm normally drawn to quite bright colours and things. But I did have a lot of fun creating the kit. And then you've got a plain one here for using for backgrounds. So the idea being you could print this, you know, say 6 copies of this, and then you could run it back through your printer to use as backgrounds for these. So you would obviously then print these onto this, and the backgrounds would be that colour, which is like coffee dyed. So that's the entire kit, and as I say, it's for sale in 2 parts. So you've got the background pages, and then you've got the fussy cut pieces. So Vintage Gothic is the name, so that's in my shop. And then the folio that I've created with it is also obviously in my shop. So it's bound with this gorgeous, it's like an aubergine colour, I suppose, lace, and it's quite a wide lace trim. And then going inside, so the cover I left sort of plainish. You've just got some lace layered up. Here I've done a little chipboard tile, and I used the crackle accents from the Tim Holtz crackle accents, like glossy accents but crackle, if you can see that. Not sure what I think to it yet. I mean, it has crackled, but it's kind of going into the centre, which I'm not quite so keen on, but maybe I just need to improve my technique at using it. I've included this flower. It's got sort of gold, sort of sequiny fabric in there, but I thought it went quite well. I didn't glue it on just in case anyone who buys this didn't think it went quite well. So all I've done is bulldog clipped that, oops, onto the outside, and then you've got a gold flower here. I'll just show you the back. The back is sort of plain other than some lace trim going down. So going inside here, I've done this fabric tipping on the inside of the front of the folio. I thought it looked a bit like a sort of neck curtain in an eerie, you know, black way. Yeah, I really just loved how that looked. So that's that piece there. So when you open that up, or, you know, move that up, you've got obviously some lace trim here. You've got a pocket running down the side with another pocket here. So obviously everything in here is from the kit, other than things like sheet music or book page or doily. But all the images and patterned papers are from the kit. Obviously this is just some lined pages that I have used, and coupled it with some pieces obviously from the kit for a little flippy pad, and you've got some lace trim there. So that just tucks in here. Then tucked into this side is just an altered paper clip. So again, I took that skull in the frame, layered it onto some lace with a dangly kind of piece at the bottom, and then obviously you've got the altered paper clip, and then I just did a flip out with some of the collage page like that, and then just tucked into the flip out these little pieces here. So lots of room for journaling there, all your journaling cards. Love that one. It's really cool, isn't it? So that's just tucks in like that, and obviously the paper clip then holds that closed, and that all just tucks into that pocket. Then I'll just pop the neck curtain back down for that eerie kind of look. So on this side, I've done a little wine drowned thingy majiggy. I can't remember what they're called. This is an envelope here. You've got, again, that lovely image there, and lots of lace surrounding it and some pearl trim. And when you open that up, I've got some doily here and some lace trim. Again, I've got that frame with the spider. I did use, again, the crackle accents, which hopefully you can see there. Again, I'm still not 100% what I actually think to those, but I thought it looked quite, again, eerie. And then you've got another gold flower here. And tucked into the envelope, I've just done another little envelope here with just a journaling card there from the kit. And I've just layered up a couple of the pieces from the kit with some lace trim. So that just goes in there. And then on this side, you've got a little flip down. So this again is just some scrapbook paper, oh sorry, some paper from the kit, some lace trim. Flips down, and you've obviously got some coffee dyed paper there for journaling. And then also you've got a little sort of flippy pad thing going on here. So quite a few pages there. Oops. So all journaling space there. And then underneath, buried there, you've got some more of the lovely pages from the kit. Some doily and a little pocket there with, again, a journaling card tucked in. So you've got sort of hidden journaling here behind the flippy pad, which again is behind the flip down, which is all behind the envelope, which obviously then is held closed. Then these bits, they didn't really fit in anywhere into the folios. These are like overflow pieces. So I've got this piece here. This is a Matchbox style book. I must stop using these because I can't pronounce them. And again, it just opens sideways on, and then I just used one of those little trims as a belly band and popped in a journaling card. And that just goes in like that. Now I have just distress inked all of this. I didn't coffee dye it because I felt that the kit itself is quite dark, and if I had coffee dyed it, I thought maybe it would go too dark. Obviously, you know, if you buy it, it's up to you whether you decide to coffee dye it or not, really. You know, it may be fine. I just wasn't sure, really. I've just tucked in one of the round tags into what I've made a belly band here from another piece from the kit. And that just all tucks in along here, and you've got some lace trim and some diamante. Then here I've just got a little kind of flippy pocket arrangement, and I love how this looks. So you've got that lovely round skull there, a bit of that trim, little label and some lace trim and diamante, and that just opens out there, and you've just got, again, some more journaling cards from the kit. They all tuck in there, and then in here you've just got just a couple of the smaller labels and things like that from the kit. So they all just tuck in to there. Yeah, I love how that looks. It's just, although kind of this isn't my normal cup of tea, all these dark colours, they're really nice, aren't they? I really like them. So this one here, this is a pouch made from some of the background page. So this is the back of it. So I left this plain for journaling. Just popped some banner up here with some lace trim across the top and some pearl and some lace at the bottom. Then on this side you've got a pocket here, and again some lace trim and a lovely black bow. Some lace trim here, and then I used one of the pieces from the kit to create a little belly band there, which then I just tucked these two tickets in, and you've got a flower there. And then here I just made a little booklet, popped one of the bats on, and it's just got some coffee dyed pages in there like that. And then on the front you've also got a label acting as a pocket for another label, and you've got some lace trim down the side. So again, quite a bit of journaling in there. And then going inside here, I created, let me remember how this works, right, I've created a kind of fold out with a flippy pad. So this again sort of matches this side, which I thought was rather nice. Again, I've got that sort of neck curtain effect going on there with some lace trim at the top. The back is just plain, but you've got obviously journaling space there, and then when you open it, there's a flippy pad here, and this flippy pad incorporates lined paper and some of the patterned pages from the kit and things. So you've got a variety there. And obviously the patterned pages, what you could do if you wanted to journal, you could either use a coloured pen, or you could just gesso over them or something, or you might like them just as they are, interspersed between the lined pages and the, you know, the plain pages for your journaling. up to you. But again, you've got quite a few pages there, so quite a bit of journaling space. You could also cover this up with some coffee dyed paper. I didn't because I like this image, but you know, you could. And then here I've done a pocket on this side, so obviously opened, you've got a pocket on this side, and I just did a little very small journal style booklet thing. So again, it's just got pages there for journaling, little label, and one of the backs again. And this is again from that collage page, which I love. So again, I've just left it plain and just popped some lace trim down the side. So that just tucks in there. So in this whole thing, I think there's a lot of journaling space going on there. And obviously you've got the journaling on the outside of that package as well. So that goes in there like that. Then we turn over the folio, and on the other side, we open it out like this. You've got here some more of the lace trim, some more down here, little frame, and then I've got double pockets going on here, so a pocket here and a pocket here. The top one's just got a journaling card, so that just goes in there. This one has got a little fold out booklety thing with some lace trim down. You've got that gorgeous, well, it's not gorgeous at all, but that horrific image there of that pig's head on the plate. And then tucked in here, you've just got postage stamp and label there. And then on this side, again, pocket there. And I just did a little tiny fold out with a couple of the pieces from the kit. So again, you could journal on those. On there, you've got a label down here. And then just decorate it at the front. And then that all tucks in here. Then on this side, again, you've got a sort of folding piece. So you've got a flip up here, which is actually an envelope, and I've obviously forgotten to put something in there. So obviously you've got plenty of journaling cards and you can just pop one in there. Then you've got this piece here, which I might have done as a pocket as well, or I might not, I can't remember. And then tucked in here, this is just some sheet music, label from the kit. More of that lace at the top, and this is just a piece of the collage page there on copy paper, and I've just inked it up in the sort of places where it would be aged and rounded the corners. I mean, I just love that collage page, so for me, I don't think that really needs anything else. I think it's just a nice extra piece of journaling space. Then going over, you've got here 3 pockets here. So this one is held with an altered paper clip, again using a piece from the kit. And then you've just got a little tiny booklet, again that horrific image, black head of the pig. And then some pages in here. And that just holds in like that. So you could obviously pop that in with the cover overhanging and then use the paper clip. Whoops. So you've got more interest going on really. Then I've got a journaling card in the next pocket along, so that just goes in there. And then here in the final piece, I've just got a little coin envelope with some of the remaining pieces from the fussy cuts, which I didn't use. So I've just tucked those all in there and obviously just popped that in that back pocket. So, you know, whoever buys it might like to use them. Then this side of the folio, so we're almost kind of done now, is a pocket. So it's quite a large pocket and it's got a flip up here. So you've got some coffee dyed paper there for journaling. And then on the front, I've just made a little belly band with one of the trims, popped a journaling card in there. And it's got some lace trim with some diamante at the top. There's lots of lace in here, all in the aubergine and the blacks, which I just love. You've got some lace trim down here and some pearls up there. And then here, just hope I can unwind it the right way. You've just got a little fold out kind of journal. I mean, I say journal, it's obviously just a few coffee dyed pages, but you know, extra room there. And you've got a piece here, which effectively is just covering up the other side of where your brad mechanism thing is. And then here you've just got a pocket at the front with a couple more journaling cards from the kit. So they go in there. It all folds shut. You've got that lovely framed image there of that hideous looking bird. And then it all wraps round. And this is just kind of bound with this one hole binding method that I saw Emily from Ephemera's Treasures do, which I've talked about on another video that will be coming up soon. Here I've got some coffee dyed doily, and the back is obviously just plain there. So again, this just winds round a couple of times there, and then just winds around here like that to close it, and then that all just tucks into this pocket here. So I mean, this whole folio, I think you've got an awful lot of journaling space in there. I mean, obviously it's not a journal, it is a folio, but I think you've got, you know, a lot of journaling space actually incorporated in here. So yeah, I hope you like it. It was very, very different for me. I haven't ever done anything so dark and yeah, Halloween-y type themed or Gothic themed. So I hope that you like it. And as I say, obviously this listed in my shop. The printable version of the kit is also listed in my shop, and of course the digital kit itself is also in there. So I hope that you like it, and thank you so much for joining me. Thanks, En. Hope you have a great day. Thank you. Bye.